Pauline.
Hey, I'm Priscilla.
I'm Pan.
And I'm Tammy Ron.
And this is the V3T podcast.
I like the energy there. I like the energy.
We're rattling it up.
Like this just podcast. Anyway, guys, the reason why we have so much sex is because for the first time in a long time we're hoping to argue.
Yes.
We are hoping if we don't forgive us. Well, that was a good episode anyway.
Yeah. So if you don't know how we prepare for our episodes is we have a quick debrief before we begin. And like one person So one person usually prepares the episode and then we discuss it a little bit like for 10 minutes and then we record. But before we begin, please, have you followed us on Instagram?
Why?
What if they have? I asked them why they have.
I meant in my brain, I thought I was waiting for you to be like, if you haven't, then that's
why.
Can we just do that one more time?
That's funny. Anyway, if you haven't,
Why?
please make sure to do so. Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, make sure to leave like a comment, make sure to rate us. It really goes a long way. And share this podcast with your friends, your family, whoever you know. We'd like, as Pauline said earlier, we'd like to think we're pretty funny. And we're pretty enjoyable to listen to and entertaining. Anyway, so now on to our argument today. We are hoping to get a TikTok out of this as well. We're hoping. Pray for us that we argue.
Pray for us that we argue is crazy, guys. Yeah. Especially because by the time they're hearing
We
this,
want
problems. It will be done.
Anyway, so we want to talk about settling in relationships.
Sound effects. What was that?
And it's also been nice to talk about relationships. We are growing, guys. We are growing.
We've got other things to talk about.
But we bounce back to our stereotypical female podcast.
Literally. But I think it's all people our age.
Yeah.
Just generally like talking about relationships.
I think everyone likes talking about relationships.
Even people who are much older, they still talk about
Because they're
relationships.
fun.
That's true.
It's for the plot,
A
guys.
lot of times to lose like, when I'm a boyfriend. Anyway, guys,
Can you relax?
let us leave time for the argument.
Correct.
So, how do you guys feel about? So, we all know what settling in relationships is. It's you being told that as long as a guy is a good guy and he's a man of God.
A guy and a girl.
Oh, okay. In our case, a guy
No.
he's a good guy and he's a man of God and all that jazz. And he's a provider and a protector and he cares and he loves you and he's respectful. Like you should go after him. Regardless of whether or not like he meets. No, but us here we're not talking about like those surface level like checklists of he must be 6 foot. He must love Indomie. I think like
Not Indomie.
Indomie was Ronaldo.
it was anyway, Indomie sponsors.
Paul is thinking about you.
They didn't even eat Indomie.
Don't say that. They would sponsor. I eat Indomie.
I eat Indomie. I'm a comrade.
Maybe if you sponsor us, I'll be coerced. So, how do you guys feel about the concept of settling in relationships? Like, as long as at least he's then now you should give him a chance. Priscilla.
First and foremost, I would like to begin with my stellar statement.
It better be Stella, girl.
It is stellar, guys.
I think it's the one she said.
Yes.
Go on.
Differentiate between your needs and your wants.
Per.
On period. Number one. That's number one statement. You need to differentiate between your needs and your wants because a lot of times, especially in today's generation, you find there are a lot of
Better.
in today's generation you find that there's like people cannot differentiate between what I need and what I want. Now let me I know we are not talking about the superficial things like height, looks, whatever.
Looks is not superficial.
Okay, it's not superficial because you have to look good, man.
No, but like if you have two guys who like are fine,
They're good,
decent,
they're okay,
like,
they're attractive.
good. or the wako sawa, basically.
That's fine, but if there's a guy who meets all your checklists but you're not attracted to him,
I know.
I think that's a different conversation.
Okay, that's a different.
At least not in this context. This context is much deeper. This argument runs deep. Okay, I think maybe because maybe still argued about it after our meeting planning for episodes. It runs deeper than looks.
okay,
I feel like if this, okay, I'll not use the the superficial example, but if somebody is meeting your, like, okay, I'm sure all of us have done that thing where you write like what you're looking for in a partner. I don't know if you've done that, or maybe it's me najiharakishia mapema.
I have.
I need to do that.
But you haven't? Okay.
No, but I just have like 3 things.
Oh, for me personally, I wrote like a whole page. Yeah.
Wow.
But in this page, I wrote what I need and what I'd want. So like, if somebody is ticking at least, because there were like 10 needs and 10 wants. If somebody is meeting half of those needs, then that person is worthy of a chance. Worthy of a chance. If somebody is meeting at least also 5 out of 10 of my wants, that person is also worthy of my chance. But if somebody is meeting most of my needs and less of my wants, then it's worthy of a chance. But if somebody is meeting more of my wants and less of my needs, X. Automatic.
You'd be angry.
So I feel like when it comes to giving, it's not a matter of, okay, personally I wouldn't say it's settling. I think it's just giving somebody a chance to prove themselves to you. It's somebody like, it's like, you know, the whole thing that I am the prize. So like, I'm not like nitpicking you like you're some grapes on a vine, but like, I need to see who you are before I really like commit to see if you're worthy of my time, if you're worthy of my heart, if you're worthy of my mind, like my energy. I don't want to waste my intellectual capacity. Not even that, my emotions, my time, my air, my breath on somebody who is unserious, somebody who's not meeting my needs. You know? So I think I think we need to understand settling is not, I think we're confusing settling for giving somebody a chance to prove themselves to you. Because if you're settling is marriage.
No, we're talking about like in
dating
relationships,
Like you're just like, let me just give him a. I mean,
let me just date him because he's not.
He doesn't do. He doesn't meet my expectations. But he's a nice guy. Let's just
like if in a year my feelings have changed, then I'd be happy that I gave him a chance. But if it's not changed, then I guess it's not working. You get
Tamiran.
Maybe I don't have the patience for that. Like the patience to just string someone along and like we're talking, but like I'm still sussing you out. Okay, maybe I do. But like the one for sussing you out. Like I'm trying to get your vibe or whatever. But you know, sometimes I just put myself in the position or in the shoes of
the other person.
So like I'm waiting for you to like me. Like
where?
I'm going to sit down and if someone will sit down and cross her like no, actually I won't sit down it feels for me in my head it feels like a situation where you're going and you're like, please like I'm on my knees. Currently I'm actually on my knees for demonstration purposes, actually please like me. I mean I'm a nice person. Pick me. Hey bro, nah. Me, I've never been the type of person like if it's not working, you cool. I won't fight. Okay, depends. But for the most part, like if hey bro, unidai, no problem. I'm out of your space. You don't have to see me. You don't have to talk to me. Goodbye.
So you do the same to others.
So I'd want to do the same to others. I don't think it's fair for me to
string them along.
And let me see. I mean,
maybe.
But to be honest, I think it's because I have the privilege of being young.
Yeah.
Will my perception change when I'm getting older and I don't have a man? Maybe. But for now, when I have the privilege of age, nah.
Isn't stringing them along different from giving them a shot? Because stringing them along is they're not going
there.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Like this is I'm just using him for whatever, for attention. But like giving him a chance is like there might be a possibility.
I think giving them a chance might turn into stringing them along. So, for example, let's say like this guy, the ill-fated, the dreaded scenario of like you're friends with someone and then kidogo tells you, I like this girl. I like this girl, and then
I've been in that situation, yeah. You're talking about me. Like I liked someone, and then like me, I thought like, hey, we're in this together. Like he was like, you know how you think like you think it's mutual. You think they're friends. You think the signs are signing, and then homie tells you, oh yeah, so like I'm pissed at my girlfriend. You're like,
damn.
Tell me not do like this. Just do like this.
this is so for real right now. What did you say to me? Anyway, go on.
No, but you see, you're quite difficult. No, but you see, like kuna scenario zingine zenye umekuwa tu friends na mtu na wewe uko sure sisi ni marafiki. Alafu you just yeah. But then I like a girl. And then you say, oh, who is it? You might know her. You would know.
But does that not happen to like a lot of girls?
No, I know. I'm just saying, yeah, like in that situation where you genuinely like you didn't even think of this guy as like potentially a relationship. Wewe ninyi watu mmekuwa homies damu ndani still locked. But now we talk to our lovely Priscilla and she encourages us to give him a chance. Yeah. At that point, when you're giving him a chance, it might just be you being nice to him. And when you...
I wanted to go before you talked about that.
Yeah.
Me? Sour. So what my opinion's on settling.
Yeah.
So, I never used to think I'm a romantic until I read the book of Song of Solomon's. I'm telling you, everyone deserves a love like that.
Yes.
Everyone deserves a love like that.
Yes.
And so, I think you should never be in a situation where you're begging someone to love you. Or where you're begging someone, please, woye, please. Ukinipenda too, but once. Like, no one should ever be in that situation, and you should never put someone in that situation. So I think it's better to just be upfront and be like, you know what, sir? I'm sorry. You're not the man for me.
And I think feelings can develop if they change over time. Because the rationale is, or rather I think, it's me who's leading the episode. So the rationale is if if you give him a chance and you're in a relationship together, then perhaps like you will end up falling for him. But I think if you still end up being in each other's lives and he truly does change to like, you know, people in relationships like you change to kind of become like each other to something, you change to suit each other better, yeah. If he changes to suit you better, then he's still gonna change regardless of whether or not, or rather, in my opinion, whether or not he's in a relationship with you, he's still going to change. So you might develop the feelings there, but it's not worth it stringing him along or accepting to be in a relationship with him when at the end of the day you're more sure that you'll hurt him than you won't. Priscilla.
I feel like
Yes.
how I've envisioned this, is if I'm not particularly sure of this person as a partner, maybe because, let me use that example, this person has been my friend for a really long time, which technically I have a friend like that, and like, let's say he tells me that ananidai, like he loves me or has romantic emotions for me, I would want to go on a couple of dates with him. So how I've seen it, like in my head, at like, let's say, just say like 3 dates. 3 to 4 dates are enough. In these 3 to 4 dates, number one, like with Pangait, yada yada, and these dates will be very much so intentional in seeing if there would be a better suit. I'm not saying give him a chance. Ati amesema like, oh, I like you, and then okay, let's cuff. Do people still say cuff?
I've not had it in a
No,
while.
but these kids in high school are using crazy lingo these days.
Right?
Like I
what?
would like which one?
Like they randomly use like words like Riz.
Oh, Riz.
Yeah.
I was trying to raise her up, but like,
Hey,
Yeah, it's very like
so weird.
I went back to Nova. When we were doing sex with their counseling, yeah, and they were like just left, right, and center TikTok words. I was like, it's too much for my heart.
You're getting old.
Hey, I mean, it was there, but now give me my walking stick. Give me the walking stick.
So like how I've pictured it, yeah, I wouldn't want Ati. He's asking me, Ati, me, I like you, and then I'm like, okay, we are now immediately boyfriend and girlfriend. No, that's not how I've imagined it. Giving somebody a chance is giving them the leeway to take you out on a date. After those dates, then you decide from there.
But Priscilla,
That's what I think.
if you know this man has things about him that are just not, you don't want kabisa. Going on those dates is wasting his time.
Exactly.
No, but Priscilla said very clearly.
Okay,
when she was
introduce
starting,
yourself.
Karen, I produce this podcast. Priscilla said very clearly in the beginning that only if you meet the majority of needs
Yeah.
passes when
Once.
Nepal and record. Come on, if you meet more if you meet more needs than wants, then that is when she'll give you even the hint of an opportunity.
Yeah.
That is when now you can prove yourself. Ndio naona enyewe hapa kuna potential.
Yeah.
Kuna mahali tunaweza enda. Lakini kama haufiki. So by the time you guys are saying kwa nini mnampatia chance na hata hamjui? Hapana, tunajua kuna mahali hata kwa roho yako unasema enyewe maybe perhaps there's an opportunity. If it wasn't him, it was somebody else with these qualities. Ungempea.
But that's the problem. That's not the problem. The problem is he's not number one. The problem is tomorrow, if someone else walks into your life, unamwosha kadadi mata hivi.
That's a you problem. That's a you problem. That is a you problem. How are you allowing a man that you do not know, a stranger, to walk you off your feet? That shows you how cheap you are. Thank you.
If you want to catch that version of this episode, please go look at our TikTok. Anyway. Priscilla, I'd like to ask you this question.
Thank you. Ask me. Ask me. I'm ready.
Tukidona umejitoa kidogo. So,
Yes, ask me.
what to you? Give us an example of what your list of needs and wants looks like.
My needs.
Your
my
list.
wants. Okay.
Oh, sorry. I apologize.
Okay. So, need number one is that he's in touch with his emotions. So, like, he can easily express his emotions. Number two is that he's a good communicator. Number three is that he's generous. I don't need him to be necessarily rich. However, he's kind enough to like offer support or help whenever necessary. It could be emotional support, it could be financial support, it could be any support whatsoever. Number four, he is a good communicator in terms of, I don't know if I've said that, but anyway, he should be a good communicator in like putting out his emotions, and also a good listener. There's like communicator and listener together, yeah. So those are like my needs per se. My wants, I would like a guy who can cook, because there's no way now that would be like a want of mine, but I can easily compromise on that anyway. He should be a good cook.
But he can be willing to cook.
He can be willing to cook. That's
To learn how to cook.
Exactly. Another want would be, okay, now my wants per se would be a lot more inclined to superficial things. So like from chocolate to light skin kind of guy. Slightly taller than me. I don't want, unfortunately I wouldn't want a shorter guy. No hate to the short king. Short kings, you're beautiful and you're loved by Christ.
She just said that.
Short kings. You love let me treat you whatever Priscilla.
Truly.
You love let
P2T. Anyway, yeah. Sorry guys, but yeah, it's my preference. But I wouldn't mind. You see, those are wants. Those are wants.
Yeah.
Also, okay, those are the first. Those are the ones that have come to my mind, like right now.
So, Priscilla, in the situation where, like, tuseme, mimi, kuna mtu ameniambia bedhe pal na kudai, yeah? And I'm just like, it happened, not it really happened. It didn't happen.
To you it happened.
Not really. Nobody approached me and told me, hey, I want to be in a relationship with you. I had a situation that happened, like, I before I even joined campus, between campus and high school, where I did
Driving
school with somebody, and he told me, by the way, me, I like you. And I was just like, no. He's a nice
brother.
No, he's a nice guy. And he had all these qualities, like, he's a man of God, he's kind, he's respectful, he cooks, like, what, and I know, like, he cooks. What else? Like, I think he's a good communicator, but he has, like, all of these qualities, but for me, I'm specific in how these qualities are depicted in a man. So, for me, first of all these things are kind of the bare minimum. So now for me, it's,
Even cooking.
no, not cooking. Cooking is part of the one.
Okay, sorry.
For me, I think like the baseline. So it's kama uko na hizi, then I think we can be friends. Then from there, we see how they're demonstrated in you is what determines whether we can be in a relationship or not. So like, I don't know if he's much of a protector or any of that, but like in terms of him being caring, like mkiwa pamoja, he's not going to leave your side. You know, mkiwa, no, but I don't have a problem with that. But anyway, the thing about him is his character is not particularly like strong, and also there's a lot of problems with that scenario. Like there's a lot of problems.
There are externalities.
There are external problems with that situation that led me to say, led me to be like, I don't think Anyway, so there are a lot of like extraneous variables that led me to be like, no, like immediately off the bat, this is not gonna work. But if we are looking at if we are removing all those variables, I would still say no. Because his character, like, he's very timid and shy and quiet, and I'm just like, I don't know if I can.
Like now, for you, I think what I'm getting is you probably need somebody who kind of would be not outgoing, but like the opposite of him.
Yeah.
So if that is something I think it's a matter of what can you compromise on that would be questionable in this scene. And at the same time, in as much as is it off the bat? I know you use that. Yeah. Of face-off value, he seems like a timid person. Can you say, did you give him ample room or ample opportunity to prove himself to you?
No, because of the extraneous variables, but also, like, he didn't. Another thing is he didn't really know me. So it's just like, you don't know my middle name. I don't think
I don't think I know your middle name.
You know.
You do.
Lol.
You call her Nyambura all the time.
I don't know why I thought that was your first name. And then in my mind, Paul was at your name.
TNT podcast.
I'm sorry.
Anyway,
TNT.
yeah. So, what was I saying? So, there was a lot of things like we didn't know much about. After not even my middle name or my names, like we didn't know anything about each other. You know, you met me and then you said, like, you saw me consistently at driving school and you said, "Huyu ninampenda." That for me, that is a.
He said he loves you.
No, like I like you, and I would. There's
There's
but
no
there's nothing.
distinction.
I've given you nothing to work with. We attended the same driving school, but he had his friends. Like I came after him, so for the most part, he was hanging out with his friends. I talked to him like twice. You know, so other people are just like me. And then also my preference is I'd like to get to know somebody first before we think of like
So
taking
friendship first
romantically,
and then
the romance. But anyway, I don't think that's a good example. Let me give a better example. If I have two guys, I'm presented with two guys who are both protecting, caring, all these things that you're looking at. Men of God, all these things that you're looking for. And you give me both of them, they're not going to be the same human being because they have like different personas and different personalities.
Yes.
Yeah? What separates person A from person B is how these traits are demonstrated in them. So they could both be protective. One could be protecting like physically, like maybe he's like bigger than the other one. So and he's not scared of a lot of things. Like me personally, I'm scared of dogs. Yeah. So he's not scared of dogs. So whenever a dog comes, he's making sure to stand between me and that dog. Yeah. And there could be another one who is not protective in the sense. Now the same now person B. Person B doesn't care whether or not mi naogopa dogi. Kuna dogi enda umwe hakuna shida. But he, like, when things get thick, he truly cares for me. You know, if I tell him I'm sick, he's the first one there. If I'm not okay, like emotionally,
Is that protective or supportive?
that's
Let her please protect you.
yeah. Like if something is wrong, he's there. If there's somebody threatening me or like if I'm in conflict with someone, he's there to like stand by me. And he's in that conflict together with me. Whereas person A maybe is more averse to conflict. And that's what I'm saying is more protective in the physical sense. Person B is more protective in like the emotional sense. You get? So they have that quality. It's different. So that's what I think separating the two means. Because I could say, oh, but now let's say I like person B and I don't like person A. But person B doesn't like me back, yeah? So I settle for person A because he has these qualities, but they're not demonstrated in the same way that person B demonstrated them.
I'm getting your point, yeah? But that's the thing. I feel like it's like that scenario that I had said before, where in as much as person, obviously you probably like person B more than person A because they're your initial attraction, but then person B doesn't like you, so the available option is person A. Yeah. I feel like, again, it's like what we learned this principle in business, choosing the
opportunity cost.
Opportunity cost. Yeah. Yeah, like where you go for like, it's not good. It's like I feel like when you, especially if person A is meeting majority of your needs, giving them a shot would be,
I think looking away, I'm understanding.
yeah,
what
giving them a
you
shot.
say.
Giving them a shot is like, you don't know, like you don't know what it could pan into. And when I'm talking about giving them a shot is by having gone on a couple of dates with them, not officially saying me and you are cuffed. So once you've given them like an opportunity to prove themselves to you, like, okay, my name is so and so, you go, and then now it comes also to you making wise decisions on how the date is going to be. Optimize, use that date opportunity to milk everything that you can get in terms of knowing their persona. Don't go for a movie.
But okay, I get that. I get what you're saying. Like, make it as conversational
as possible.
But you know, there's like a degree of performative.
By the time that's what I'm saying. By the time you're in your like, that's what I'm saying. You should go like on 3 dates, because if you've listened to a lot of like relationship coaches, by the 3rd date, somebody can't hold that charade.
Okay.
By the 3rd date, like in terms of relationship coach,
they can.
Yeah.
like that's why you space them out throughout the month, like throughout the period. The longer a person waits for you, the longer a person is like, when you've spaced them out very well, like once on the 1st of June, on the last week of June, another one in middle of July, another one towards the end of July. In that period, and even obviously in between, you'll have like phone calls, you'll text. Slowly by slowly, this person is beginning to unravel themselves. By the 3rd month that you're going on like your 4th or 5th date, you understand that this person, who they are, at least you have a tentative idea of who they are. But by that time, you shouldn't have yet committed. You're just like, oh, we're just getting to know each other. That's the whole principle of dating. And that time, you'd have gotten more suitors, because dating is having a pool of suitors for you to weigh. As a woman, you're selective. These eggs are not going to be fertilized by any Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Damn, she got there.
Yeah. It's nature. These eggs are not going to be fertilized by the first sperm donor that is on my door.
Whoa.
You have to be selective. It's called what? Natural selection. The best man wins. Yeah, the best man wins. You have to get quality children. It's true. You know, quality babies.
If I just talk about looks, this is just a statistics. Like, not really a statistic, but people say that 2 pretty people don't produce a pretty child.
Yeah, but like, so when it comes to dating is not like I'm fixed. Like,
I get what you mean, but you know, okay, I think now as you've been talking, maybe Pal and I are a bit idealistic about this whole men situation.
I'm not.
Okay,
but wait, back to what you're saying. All of this, going on 4 dates to figure out if you like him or not. All of this can be avoided if you befriend him first.
Wow.
If you're friends with him first,
because when you go for these dates, like, it can be very let me tell you, pull out your can act.
They
They
can.
can really prepare and act all through, you know. But when you befriend them, like, I think this is why I say, like, the dates I'd go for are not your conventional coffee conversational dates. Not to go with you. Let's go hiking.
yes,
We see how you get
deal with pressure.
Yes, under pressure. When we're tired,
Yes.
how are you going to be talking to me?
Exactly.
When, you know, like, it's a high pressure situation for the both of us. So how are we going to act in that situation?
I just complain.
And if there's a guy who doesn't want to be with a complainer, then they know.
That's true.
But
They
you
know
see,
right off the bat.
let me tell you something. The reason why a lot of people in our generation do not like these friends manenos is because you're leading this person to have hopes.
No.
They
have more hopes than the friendship.
Personally, I feel like friends is like, it's like you've brozoned me, and
But
most
nobody-
people-
Okay, but Brozone is better than me taking you on
On a
a date.
date.
No. And then, you know, the thing is, you're taking me on a date. You're taking me. Let me see. I'm taking you on a date.
Uh-huh.
I already have an emotional investment towards you. And let's say you're the only person I have an emotional investment to you. Two. And then we go. I'm putting my best foot forward. I know after Nikon a chance. She's already said yes to a date anyway. And then we go on. And then you're like, yes, you could die. That's a breaking
No!
point. No! What do you mean?
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Yeah?
Tell me.
You guys, for the viewers, for the listeners, sorry.
Maybe you can add like a thing when you're editing. Please, my hair, girl, it's looking scary.
But there's an angle to which it doesn't look too bad.
Anyway, Priscilla, continue.
Me, my problem. Let me tell you something. Yeah. When you're in a what is it called? Let me give an example. Yeah. Me na could die. Yeah. Me I like you. Yeah. So I tell you. Yeah, me I like you. I tell you, I like you. You don't like me. Yeah. But then you tell me, let's be friends. Let's just be friends. Automatic, you're just telling me, cancel those feelings.
No, but here's my thing.
Cancel those feelings. But now, what I'm trying to say in this context of giving somebody a chance, you're saying, I'm giving you an opportunity. But then to prove yourself. So when now you say, okay, personally, right now, I'm not yet feeling you to that extent. However, I'm willing to give you a chance so that I can see if this could develop into maybe something more than a friendship. Then now that's when the dates come in. So me personally, I would know that this guy, this babe is trying to see
suss
if this
me out.
suss me out and see if this can be something more. So it's not definitive, but when you tell me at you just want to we just be friends, automatic, I'm out. There's somebody else. Automatic. So there's no room for let me prove myself.
No, but it's not that there's somebody else. That's the thing.
But the thing is, I think we're being very idealistic in how we're seeing the situation. We're seeing, okay, I'd say about you.
Okay. It's okay. Tell me everything.
You're seeing the situation as a woman.
Yes.
As the person
as
being sought.
Exactly.
But as a suitor, as me suiting
as
you,
man.
seeking you, seeking after you, like, once you said, okay, let's just go for a couple of dates, let me suss you out a bit. I feel like you've already opened the door. I'm
Exactly.
I'm in.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm in, and then you decide
kick me out
2 months
later.
that I'm not good enough for you.
I have made it clear
I've
to
wasted
you,
my
bruv.
time. I've wasted my whole time, and that is
I
why
have made it clear to you. I have made it clear to you, bruv. I am telling you, sir.
But the thing is,
this is.
you think human beings are like that?
Then that's his problem. It's not my problem. I made it clear in the beginning. I told
But
him.
we need to be emotionally intuitive, you know? Emotional intelligence.
He's lacking his emotional screws because I'm telling you.
That has to be a meme. That has to be a... We need to be emotionally...
No, he's lacking in his emotional screws because I am communicating. I am telling him, sir, I am giving you a chance. I'm not saying you are boyfriend, girlfriend.
You think communication is verbal? In the fact that you have agreed to go out on a date with me, that has communicated something. That has communicated I have hope. So my emotional investment is not going to waste.
Okay, Tamiron. So we just say this, yeah? If you do not want to give this guy a chance, tell him no. We are friends. If you want to test the waters,
okay,
that is for somebody who wants to test the waters. If you don't want to test the waters, then don't go on a date with him. Because if you're friend zoning him, it just means you don't want to test you don't see anything. He's not meeting your needs.
I don't think so. I think if you say, first of all, I think I'm
And that's our psychologist by the way.
The psychologist is being told to him.
Anyway,
oh God, I wish I could turn that into a sticker. Anyway, so I think if you tell someone, let's be friends, I think if from let's be friends he's getting, unless like I'm in another relationship. If I'm in another relationship, you didn't have a chance. So tough, bro. Yeah. But like if I'm telling you let's be friends because I don't know you that well and I don't want to waste your time, and you take that as a like
A chance to wait
Dog.
on.
like if you take it as a what is it?
The door
Like
was closed.
not even the doors closed, as like a let me now wait and see.
Just-
Then we're
yeah.
not friends. And if we're not friends, we can't be in a relationship. So we are wasting each other's time either way.
Because let me tell you something, yeah? With my okay, I don't know how to say, I don't know if this is for all men, but I'm speaking for the few men that I have interacted with. And men can speak on the comments. Tafadhali, we'd like to hear your thoughts and
Your
views.
expertise.
But with the interactions that I've had, men automatically know what they want, in my opinion. In like girls, girls can develop while the current is going, while the water is flowing. So like if our friendship evolves to become something romantic, then it was
Great.
fate. It's
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's great. But for men, they like see somebody, they check her vibe for like a couple of minutes or days or whatever. Next thing is like, yeah, this one is the girl for
Couple
me.
of minutes is
think-
crazy. Man, can you confirm?
Because I feel like that's how, like, if have you ever had that thing where, I don't know if it's a saying, I don't know I can't remember how to put it, like the exact words, but they say like, it's not if he wanted to he would, that one we've had, but like, it's like if he knows you, he wants you to be his girlfriend. Even friendship is like
the last thing.
the last thing on his mind. He knows that he wants to be your person.
And he'll
last-
be willing to play the long game.
Okay, so first of all,
Exactly, so
I'm not
friendship.
a proponent of the long game completely, but in regards to what Priscilla said, what was I gonna say?
Friendship, waiting out,
Long game.
long game. Before that, okay, going out on dates.
Oh, you said a man knows. Thank you for giving me the patience to recall. You said that a man knows like what he wants in a woman. I'd say, like on the get go, yeah.
Like quicker than a woman.
So I'd say maybe not, because my brother was friends with his wife for a hot minute, and he was like with some other girl at that time.
Oops. Not some other girl.
No, it was not a good relationship.
Yeah.
But he was with someone else at the time when they were friends.
Together.
Yeah. No, when they were friends.
Oh,
when he was friends with with his wife.
Yeah.
So, and I don't think my brother is just like friendly to people. Like habagui, hana like, oh, you can be friendly, you can't be. He's just friendly to everybody and he makes friends with everyone. Yeah. So at the time when he met his now wife, they were just friends. Like, he was just being friendly. They're just friends. My brother had a shop, and then she was working, like they're working in the same building basically. So my brother, when he would come in to check on his shop, he would like meet her, say hi, casual, nini. Then their friendship grew, and it's only after like their friendship like grew to some extent. Then he's like, maybe there's more to this girl than I thought. So, but initially, I don't think anything was clicking, because I think even for him, friendship is important in a relationship. So he didn't just enter blind.
So sorry. So my question is, it's not that now I know your sister-in-law or sister rather is she didn't like.
I just say sister-in-law.
Yeah, your sister-in-law didn't like your brother first. See, it was mutual, yeah.
Yeah. It was,
So
I don't know. Let's assume so.
Let's assume so. Okay. So is it that how something just clicked in my mind? Can it be that your brother was like, this girl has some certain qualities that would meet my needs, and he decided to give that a chance or a shot?
No, he met. I think it's actually the other way around. Because she checked all of his, like, the typical. Our brother is like a very, like, all the girls he's dated, they all look similar. They're all short.
He has a type.
My gosh. So, but the other way around, even though she's like, I'm not dated anybody who looks like him. Like, for her it was like light skin, tall, You get okay, he's tall, but like light skin, tall, like
She had that type.
Yeah, so even her she had that type, and like he did not fall under that category. But once she met him, it was like, of all the people I've been chasing who are my type, none of them have been like as dependable, as reliable, as loving, as caring. So she's just like, and he's been a good friend thus far. So what I told Padine, but also for him on the flip side, he had also dated just girls who are raised in the city, who like
Stray queen.
Bougie girls. But she's a very
simple girl.
She's a very simple girl. Like you, hananga maneno mingi.
So in that case, your sister-in-law gave your brother a chance.
I don't know.
They gave each other.
They gave each other a chance. So is that really a bad thing?
Here's the thing, we're not talking about the same thing. You're saying you don't know these people, and so you're giving them a chance to get to know them.
Yeah, now that's my thing. Is it really a bad thing to give somebody a chance to get to know them so that you see if they're suitable to be your partner?
So I'm not going to answer your question. I want to backtrack to your question.
Okay, backtrack.
For now, my brother and his wife, it's so weird to say his wife, but I'm going to say my brother and my sister-in-law. Anyway, so for the two of them, I don't even think it was them giving each other a chance. It was them realizing, but they were compatible. You might not tick my wants, and we're not talking about wants particularly in this episode. We're talking about the needs. So you might not tick, and I think for my brother, I'm not saying no shade, love you, brother. I think the way in which he was looking for his needs were girls who had all these qualities, but they demonstrated them differently from how his current wife demonstrates them. So when he found that, this girl, she has all these qualities that I'm looking for, but the difference between all these people that I was dating before and who I am married to now is that she is like, in a way that she is a modern wife, or in the way she's like a caring woman, somebody who like looks out for me, is so much different from these other women. Because like the last girl he dated before her, she like looked out for him, but in a way that she was equally as confrontational as him. But with his wife now, she looks out for him in the sense that if there is like conflict or danger looming, she'll steer him in the right direction. Or like when he's upset, she'll bring him down, because she's a very calm, peaceful, like peacemaker type of person. They're like opposites. The opposites are attracted to each other.
So they complement one another.
So I don't think it was, we don't know whether we like each other, let's try this thing out. It was, we've developed this friendship and we've realized, we're actually so compatible for each other, and actually what the other person has been looking for all this time, all we've been doing is looking in the wrong places.
So, okay, let me ask you guys a general question,
Yes.
So do you think, okay, from how I was viewing, even going out on dates, going out on a date, yes, number one, you're trying to establish if this person is worthy to be your romantic partner. But at the same time, you're also getting to establish an association, which can be a form of friendship. But it's not friendship. It's a friendship that is geared towards something, because it's geared towards getting to know this person in a romantic way. So that's how I was saying, getting to know a particular stranger, going out on dates, like especially having specific dates that are conversational and also like physically intensive, so that you can bring
pressure inducing
so that you can bring out the person's character.
That's something. If you was taken on a hike,
you're going to see this person's character in a day real life situation. So even in that situation, you're kind of, you see the way like me and you, if let's say we were going for a hike, like the one what's her name, Tamix wants to take her boyfriend.
Now she's forgotten my name.
I'm sorry.
Tower.
She's joking.
I love it. I'm sorry. You see, the way like let's say we go for a hike, as friends. I know you don't like hiking, but I'll see your character from there, like, okay, my guy.
No, but the reason why you like me is because we're not going to hike.
Anyway, I would see your character as a person. Now, That's the same thing. When I'm going on a date with this person, I'm seeing their character. I'm seeing if they're resilient. I'm seeing if they like outdoors like me. I'm seeing if they are a great conversationalist, if they can go through a tough time with humor, or they'll also be as depressed. The entire house is going to be depressed if we're together. Like you're getting a lot of somebody's character from those particular dates, which in friendship, it'll take time. Dates are more specific. Dates are like, okay, we are rushing against time, so we need to get to know each other in due time. But friendship, pal, it took us like, I don't know, 2 years per se to get to where we are, to be like really close friends, like the entire of high school.
But you don't have to become best friends.
Yeah.
But the whole point is for you, not even best friends, for me, for even, how do I explain? For like somebody to be even called somebody in my inner circle. By the time I'm dating you as a friend, let's say if you're my friend, by the time I'm dating somebody who has been my friend, that person must be like one of my best friends.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't just date a
So let me
random
ask
friend.
you. Let me pause. Priscilla is not adding up. So you will date a random stranger
I can
that
date
you
a
just met,
Yes.
but you wouldn't date a friend who's just not as close as like your inner circle.
She's willing to date friends.
I'm willing to date friends,
But they have to be very close friends.
It's like
Thing, yeah.
it's like I need to, with friends, it's like you develop over years. Like, it's not like, how do I explain it? Okay, let me give you let me just repeat what I said. If I'm dating...
But wait, the question at hand is if we would be willing... What was the question?
To settle.
To settle.
Yeah.
To settle. And then the conversation of... am I going to string you along or am I going to give you an opportunity? So Priscilla was for the notion of giving an opportunity, but he's not against
I'm not
dating a friend.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is she's saying here that the reason she wants to go on these dates is so that she can quickly get to learn about these people. Yeah? And so in that context, if this person is like check, they're ready, pass, they start a relationship.
Yeah.
But she wouldn't date a friend who she doesn't think is close enough.
I think...
Which I don't understand.
I think... Let me just restructure that, yeah? I feel like...
I see what you're saying.
I don't think what you're saying is closeness per se. Like ushajo umse red flag.
Yeah.
But the best way.
But a friend can be my friend, but they're not meeting my needs.
Okay,
But you
that's
see
fine.
date.
But it's still not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It's better for me to go on a date with a random stranger than date a friend who's not meeting my needs. Are you getting
That's fine.
You guys,
I agree with that.
you guys.
Okay.
We can agree to disagree. So to answer the question, would you settle yes or no?
How much time we have?
She's 0.
Let Priscilla finish her thought and then...
And then we answer.
But okay, all in all, guys, because now we have to wrap things up and you guys need to say your parting shots. But anyway, what I am of the opinion that it's fine to give. It's not, I wouldn't call it settling in my, like, I think that's just like it's like a really downgrading word, because I think if you're giving somebody a chance, actually settling is not good. Settling is out of the question, but giving somebody a chance to prove themselves to you, and then eventually if you feel like this person is worthy of my time, worthy of my heart, then go for it. But cancelling somebody out of but again, I will use your saying, it sounds very nice. Cancelling somebody on face value just because they are just not meeting certain wants of yours is just being a child.
Talking about needs, not wants.
Okay.
Yeah.
If somebody is meeting your needs, at least half of them, actually, at least half of them, yeah, give them a shot. But for some reason, and make it clear that I'm just giving, I want to get to know you better in that way. And if that's, give me some time and then I'll get back to you. I know a couple that they gave each other a chance, or she gave him a chance, and they're happily married. So I think it's possible, because you can eventually develop feelings for one another. And also the concept of, I was telling Pal on our phone call a while back, Yeah, it's actually what sparked this debate. We were learning about Sternberg's triangle theory of love, and he was saying that the 3 ingredients of love is intimacy, passion, and commitment. And a lot of, I think we've talked about this before, where we were saying, why is it that arranged marriages tend to work more than the contemporary marriages, where you meet somebody and then you eventually develop feelings and then you commit to one another. But then arranged marriages, they always have first commitment and then the intimacy and passion develops, you know? So I think I feel like intimacy and passion can be learned and can be developed more than commitment. But if you're committed to getting to know somebody in the process and then seeing if it works for you and it works for them, then it can work. But if, I don't know, like just give somebody a chance, you know? I think that's all.
I think
This is your parting shot.
yes.
Yeah.
I think I understand where Priscilla is coming from, but I think what we are saying is it's better for you to go through this entire process as friends than for you to go through it as dating or going on dates, because when you go on dates, you're giving him hope, which you can't, okay, let's say you can't say for certain because you don't know, like you said, he meets like half or 3/4 of your needs, you know, so like, yeah, sure, okay, yeah, I can be in a relationship with him. It's just someone's like that he's not meeting. It's better to figure out that as friends than to go on dates and have him
Give him
thinking
hope.
that, oh, okay, we're this is us moving forward, just so that you can be like, actually, I'll take it back.
No thanks.
Yeah, and I think, Priscilla, you're like Tamiron said, you're thinking of it very much from the point of view of a woman. Think about this man who is going on. Now imagine if all women are to do that, and we're going from the perspective that men are the one asking women out here. So imagine if all women are to do that. How many dates will men go through in a year? How many?
And then how many times? Because, like, I feel like by the time you're asking someone out, okay, I'm adding it to that, and then I'll part. And then, like, but okay, I'm not a man, you men tell me. But I feel like by the time you're asking someone on a date, to a degree, there's an emotional investment you've made.
For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, like, unashinda tu kunivunjavunja. Navunja January, February, March mara tatu.
That's why if you're ready,
May,
like,
by the time he's getting to his wife, he's so wounded.
yeah.
So hard.
that's what I'm
Then we
saying.
wonder why men out here are just so cutthroat. Anyway,
Just to add on to what you're saying, I feel like that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If you know that it's a constant, know that you can't date this person, then definitely say no. Like, just keep it as it is.
but what if you
But
realize
here's the bare
you
minimum
know-
qualities.
But what if you realize you know within the dates?
Then you just tell him.
Yeah,
But
Because leading him, oh my God, you guys, do you know what it means to be asked to be a girlfriend?
Can I support?
I know, maybe we don't know. But you know what?
Do like this.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
That's the thing. Karen, please help me.
Can I support Priscilla kidogo?
In the parting shot, Priscilla, you're not allowed to speak again.
Ngoja.
Even for him, you're not talking.
Please
Tumeamua
present
mtendelea
me well,
episode for
Karen.
300 years.
But I mean, I'll cut my parting
It
show.
doesn't matter. Karen, this is the last time. Yeah, you don't have to speak. Karen is the last time you're
Yeah.
speaking. Pauline, you're a man. Priscilla, you're a man. Karen.
No, but all I'm going to say is I've had this argument before from somebody, to my guy actually, whose point was I'd rather not waste 6 months getting to become your friend. Rather, I'd rather we go on those 3 dates that Priscilla is saying.
Yeah.
Nikujue, nikutambue, chap, imanano tukafunge tue. And I've had that perspective from multiple
lot of men have that
actually,
sentiment.
who are just like, if I'm going to pursue a romantic relationship with you, I'm not going to cut corners and waste time.
Yes.
Nakuja nakwambia, now, do I think it's smarter to get to know the guy as a friend first? Yes. Why? Because you're able to suss out all the cracks beforehand. At least for me, that's what I've seen. I have a designated friend who I'm going to introduce to all my potentials because this man knows how to get the worst out of the best people. Love you, bro. So, but
Anajijua.
great.
Off record.
No.
Sure.
Who is it?
Yeah,
Husband.
sure. Hey, guy, go.
He's a husband.
Husband.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah. So yes, but so for a girl, it might be more beneficial to go the friendship route. But you might find guys who, for them, they'd like also to go to a date with you, not because they've seen you're their wife. You know, they're just like, oh, potential here. What potential inaweza. So ikienda mzuri,
Great.
ikienda vibaya, iza.
All right then.
Okay. Thank you, Karen. You're banned from talking. Tamiron, parting shot.
Tamiron, cut mine.
It's okay.
Some time.
I'll give you your time. I'll give you your time.
Fanya hivi.
I don't want.
Tamiron.
I think for me, my parting shot, don't settle. And then at the same time, like, we're acting like the God we serve doesn't know the desires of our heart. And he won't meet our needs and wants. You know, like, come on, man. Like, I think, I was telling my sister, we really have scarcity mentality when it comes to men and all things romance. Like, I think to a degree it is society that has told us, hey bro, you don't have time, we gotta do this quickly, biological, all those stuff. So we feel like we need to settle. But again, you know, we have a God that loves us, knows the desires of our hearts, and if we make them known to him, he is willing to give us the desires of our hearts. So me, I'd say, just write down your list, tell God, aki jamani, please, leave them up to Lord, and he's faithful to bring you exactly what you need. So yeah, that's what I have to say.
Is that a wholesome parting shot? Only for me to not have a wholesome one.
Msiwache tu hapo, si lazima.
My parting shot is and I forgot to talk about it earlier, but I just wanted to put it in now. Priscilla talked about the way she knows of a woman who like gave a guy a chance. I know of a woman who rejected like 2 proposals before she met her husband. And she was telling us that she wasn't going to settle when she knew what she wanted. And when she met her husband, she knew huyu ndo ninaoa. Hata she didn't introduce these other men to her family. You know. Oh, sorry, naolewa naye. So she didn't introduce him to her family, you know. But at the point where she met her husband, she knew, so this proposal, this one I can accept.
Yes. Even tomorrow.
Yeah.
Even right now.
So she was, that for me, she's kind of my inspiration. And for her, she was like, and I was not desperate to get married or get into a relationship.
Yeah.
If it happened, it happened. If it didn't happen, then perhaps I'm not meant to get married in this life. So I think number one, we should always remember that Paul said it is better to be single than to be married. But if your desire is to get married, that's time to said, God is the desire of your heart. But also, yeah, I think take it to God, as Tamiron has said. That's a beautiful parting shot. Take it to God, commit it to God, and yeah, you guys, that marks the end of.
Sorry.
No, it's over.
It's over. That marks the end of our debating episode.
We actually debated.
What's that saying of one size shoe fits all? No size shoe. There's one saying. One
shoe does not fit all.
Yeah, something like that. No shoe fits all. Yeah, when it comes to love, there's no manual. Just let the Lord lead you. That's all that matters.
So, once again, that concludes the end of our debating episode. We hope you enjoyed yourselves as much as me and Pauline did.
As me and Tamiron.
I did too.
Same.
I have a mental picture.
I don't know. You guys have not enjoyed this episode. Me and Pauline have enjoyed it because for the first time, me and Pauline didn't fully engage in
The argument.
We didn't engage in the argument, but at the hottest points of the argument.
That's true.
I think maybe Pauline did, but me not. And in the beginning, I was just talking. because usually I'm like in the thick of the argument. And that's not in the thick of it. It was fun to watch. It was very entertaining. And please, if you want to see the behind the scenes footage, because we have it, follow our TikTok, follow our Instagram. We're going to post it. It's gonna be so much fun. Please follow it, share it, and that is a taste of how our YouTube channel is gonna look like. Hopefully, to decide to argue again. Yeah, we pray that God gives us more arguments. More fighting to
Pray for us that we
Yeah, so seriously, pray for us that we can argue as
But
well.
guys, as much as we argue, there's actually so much love.
Yeah.
Literally, immediately, Priscilla and I were done with like the fighting. We're just like, we love you.
Yeah, so we hold on this podcast, we hold no grudges towards each other.
Yes.
We're one big, happy, laughing
We're all
family.
part of the body of Christ.
Yeah, so we hope that you can join us and you can invite others to join our family. And thank you for listening. As I said before, Instagram, TikTok, PCC Podcast, follow us, like, share, whatever. We are on all streaming platforms. We are coming to YouTube in August. And yeah, oh gosh, email us at pctpodcastke@gmail.com. Indomie, please.
Why has it shifted to Indomie?
Yes, because I said Indomie earlier. Indomie, please.
We're talking to you.
Please sponsor us. As comrades, we love you. Okay, they love you. Me, not so much. But yeah.
We'll convert her, don't worry.
If you spot us.
Thank you for listening to the episode. We hope you had a good time. And we'll catch you guys next time. Bye.